Let's today evaluate performance of Qualcomm, another chipset maker for communications and smart devices. Now, looking at its financial records for the past few quarters, around four of them, it has been posting a revenue of plus $10 billion a quarter. Now, this is not for the first time that Qualcomm is showing plus $10 billion revenues a quarter. It was showing similar kind of revenues in 2022 also. But then I think it started focusing on the premium tier of smartphones only, which obviously squeezed its volumes, hence affects its revenues. And at the same time, it was trying to kind of build up in other segments like automotive. So that did, bring down its overall revenues for some time. But now it's been, crossing $10 billion consistently for over 4 quarters. And this does include its licensing revenue also, which it earns out of licensing the technology to other, chipset makers and others. But the product revenue, which is, accounted for within QCT, there also it's now inching closer to $9 billion. And I think in a couple of quarters, we might see that crossing $10 billion alone. Now, a couple of factors in having this kind of growth. One, it has widened its focus across various segments of smartphones. So not only the premium tier, but mid tier and entry tier, we have seen Qualcomm focusing around. For instance, in India, it launched a sub $99 chipset, which would result in phones or 5G smartphones priced around $99. So that's how Qualcomm is now spreading its base across the price segments. The second, its growth in the automotive sector. Now, if you look at its journey in automotive sector in 2021, its automotive sector was contributing just 3% of the revenues for the QCT, which comprises of its products of handsets, automotive, and IoT. Now today, this revenue has contribution has gone up to 9%, over 9%. So kind of 3x jump in the contribution. At the same time, if we look at the absolute numbers, the revenues are now close to $1 billion from automotive sector alone, which was back then around $200 million plus minus. So again, a 5x jump in absolute revenues. So looking at both the trends, looks like Qualcomm is heading towards a very stable and growth-oriented outlook, despite maybe smartphones not growing world over. And so we are seeing some good growth, maybe one because of its focus on 5G and AI on the smartphone chipset across the price segments. And we are seeing OEMs, now launching their phones on the Snapdragon platform. And at the same time, its penetration into automotive sector. We even in India, we have seen a lot of OEMs announcing their solutions in the automotive mobile using a Snapdragon platform. So that's what I wanted to share about Qualcomm today. I'll be back with you with another tech bite. Till then, have a great time.